Korean Air Flight 801 crashed on August 6, 1997. It crashed on Bijia Peak while approaching Antonio B. Wonpad International Airport in Guam. 229 out of the 254 people aboard were killed. Upon investigation, the National Transportation and Safety Board cited poor communication between the flight crew as the probable cause for the crash, along with the captain's poor decision-making. The crew had been using an outdated map that was missing a 724-foot obstruction symbol. The map that they had stated that the minimum safe altitude while crossing this area for landing an aircraft was 1300 feet, whereas in reality the updated map showed that the minimum altitude was 1440 feet. So the plane was 140 feet lower than it should have been. The report also identified that the captain may have mistakenly believed that the airplane was closer to the airport than it actually was. According to the cockpit voice recorder, the flight crew had suggested to the captain that he had made a mistake, but they didn't explicitly warn him. The flight crew had an opportunity to be more aggressive in his challenge, and the first officer even had the opportunity to take control of the aircraft and execute a missed approach himself, which would have prevented the accident, but he did not do this. There were a series of mistakes that led to this incident. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't planned. The point is, people make unintentional mistakes, forget things, and can be lazy. We should never attribute to malice that which can be adequately explained by carelessness, stupidity, or incompetence. And this mental model is called Hanlon's razor. I'll repeat that. We should never attribute to malice that which can be adequately explained by carelessness, stupidity, or incompetence. A razor is just a principle in philosophy that lets us shave away everything that is unnecessary, and it reduces unnecessary actions. Hanlon's razor helps us think rationally about the actions of others. It means that we shouldn't always assume bad intention, because there are other causes of why bad things happen or why people make mistakes. It's very handy in relationships and in communication. It is very common to assume that someone did a malicious thing on purpose, which creates negative feelings, whereas in reality, they may not have the right skills to do the task competently, or they might just be lazy. And being lazy is very different from intentionally causing someone harm. Sometimes we put in a lot of effort to craft a well thought out email to someone and we don't get a timely response, or we get a very short reply. It makes us think that the other person is rude or trying to ignore us or hurt our feelings on purpose. Using Hanlon's razor, we know that maybe the other person is perhaps very occupied with a more pressing issue, or even if they are lazy, they are not being dismissive to us on purpose, and thus it helps us give them the benefit of the doubt and prevents resentment from creeping up in our hearts. Hanlon's razor is not about seeing the world with rose-colored glasses all the time. Rather, it simply suggests that we should not start with the assumption of intentional malice. So next time, whenever you feel like someone is doing something bad or with a malintent, think of Hanlon's razor. Think about the possibility that maybe they're just being lazy, careless, or incompetent. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.